First look at the features of MandFX Rom based on Miui 12. Hey peeps, what's up? Manchi here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to have our first look at the features and customizations which MandFX Rom adds on top of Miui 12. How do you install this ROM? I have separate videos on how to install this ROM on your Poco F1 and the Redmi K20 Pro, which can be found in the description of this video. So we can first go into settings, and if I go into my device, you will see that I am running MIUI 12 from 20.5.3, which means this is the beta from 3rd of May 2020, and it has changes of MandFX on top. You will find the customizations which MandFX brings in this option called Dazzle Settings Gamma, and we have 4 tabs. You can swipe across these different pages, or you can just tap on top to go to a respective page. First option is Advanced Power Supply. This is Advanced Power menu, so if you want to boot your device into recovery mode, just tap here and then click on Determine, which means OK, and your device will boot into recovery mode. Do note that this ROM is originally in Vietnamese or Chinese, one of those languages, and it has been translated to English, so all translations are not perfect. Then we have the option of software refrigerator. Yes, this does not mean that we're going to put your software in a refrigerator. This is the option to freeze certain applications in case you want to, and you do have all the applications over here. If you tap on the search icon, you can actually search, and the search function works absolutely fine. So if you want to freeze an application, you go into the refrigerator. Then you have time style, so you can configure the status bar time. If you want to see the seconds, you have a toggle for that, works absolutely fine. If you want to see the week, the date, the month, the year, and something about noon and stuff, just select it and then click on determine. As you can see, some text is still in Chinese, so that is your week, date, month, and year. As you can see, we now have the time with the seconds, and we do have some prefix in Chinese, and this is your noon and stuff. So go back into time style, turn off this option which says show noon, evening, etc. Determine, and bam, here it is. Center clock in the status bar with seconds working like a boss. Next up, you can change the LCD density or DPI by using this slider. It is by default set to 440. If you want to be on a specific type of network, you have options for that as well. So if you want to be on 4G, 4G plus, 5G, 5G plus, LTE, not sure why he has 6G over there, but it is what it is. Next up, if you want to have the status bar, download and upload indicators, you have options for those as well. I am not sure on the lunar calendar stuff. And you also have transition effect selection. These are the different transition effects you can choose from. If you go into Wi-Fi password management, it is going to show you the password of all the Wi-Fi networks you have connected to. Next up, we have icon hide. So in case you want to hide any application, you do it from here. So let us try hiding the FM radio application. So here it is, FM radio is visible right now, and we can go back into the hide settings, and then let us hide the FM radio. Here it is, hidden, click on apply, and bam, there it is. Go back into tools, the FM radio is now hidden. So that is another feature which is present in MandFX ROM. Then you also have a built-in build.prop editor, and do note this ROM does come pre-rooted out of the box because it does require root access for all these options which it provides you. So you can change your system model, system name, all the properties in build.prop, and you can also search for any specific property if you're looking for it. Next up, if you want to buy the paid version, then you can purchase that, and those features are then enabled in this VIP option. Moving over to tab number 3, the first option is system icon. So from here in, you can determine what all icons you want to hide from the status bar, and these are the different options which you get. Next up, you have drop down layout. This works only if you're using the old school quick setting tiles. It does not work with the new one, which is your control center, and yes, you do have control center baked into this build. Then you have pull down weather option, status bar style. if you want your Wi-Fi signal on the left or you want your Wi-Fi signal on the right, and these options work absolutely fine. Then you have double row signal display for dual SIM devices. Next up, in case you want to hide the percentage symbol, and if you want to hide the battery icon, bam, there it is, battery icon hidden. And if you want to hide the HD icon on top of your signal bars when you have a SIM inserted, you have a toggle for that as well. Next up, you can choose your power menu style. Right now it is set as the official one, and that is how it looks. You can change it to the classic style, and bam, here it is. You have the extra options of recovery and fast boot. Then if you want to remove your unlock animation, you have a toggle for that. System animation zoom, so you can configure your window animation scales from here. This option is generally in developer options, but it is present in MandFX settings as well. Then you have operation environment inspection. What this does is, let's say you're trying to change something and it is not changing, so you tap on it and it is going to check whether everything is working fine or not. So you can see that root permission is okay, the settings profile is okay, and the system partition is mounted as read write. If some of these are not okay, then that means there is some issue, and that might be the reason some of the settings which require root access are not working properly. Next up, move over to tab number 2, and the first option is 3-finger glide gesture. So you can configure your 3-finger swipe gesture. Right now it is set as official function, which means whatever is determined by the ROM, in this case Xiaomi and Miui 12, but we can always change it. So let's say we want to change it to the shutdown screen, so bam, here it is. 3-finger swipe gets us to the shutdown screen. Next up, you can also configure the desktop double click gesture. That means what is going to happen when you double click on the home screen. So right now it is set as nothing. We can set it to screenshot, and now if I double tap, it should take a screenshot. Bam, there it is, working like a boss. Then you can also configure your navigation bar height, and this will work only if you're using the old school navigation style of 3 buttons at the bottom. And similarly, you can also configure your long press actions for the home button, the back button, and the recents button as well. But again, it is going to work only if you are using the old school navigation style. Then we have the option of search assistant. Tap on it and you will get this option over here. The default key right now is set to return key. Let us change it to say the screenshot key one more time, and here it is. Tap on it, it took a screenshot. And then if you just press and hold on it, you get the different options which you can configure from here. So you have top button, lower button, and right button. You have different customization options for all of those buttons. Then moving over to tab number 1, you do have the option of brightness control from the status bar. So if you enable this option, you will be able to control your brightness by sliding over the status bar. Then double click the status bar. What do you want to do? Right now I have set it to take a screenshot, and if I double tap on the status bar, bam, there it is, it just took a screenshot. Similarly, you have action for long press status bar as well, and do note you have to long press between the time and the icons on the left. That is how it works. Then you have customization for desktop weather, your desktop folders, and that is like what kind of icon styles you're looking for, 3 columns or 4 columns. And if you click on unlock desktop layout, then you will get more customization in your home settings. So let's say I go into settings, and then if I go into the home screen, and here we need to look for home screen layout. So you have two options, 4:6 and 5:6. Let us go back into the settings which we had and enable that, unlock desktop layout. And now if I go back into the settings and then home screen and look for home screen layout, bam, here it is. You can see you now have a bunch of different options. Then you have another customization called status bar invisible key. Right now it is set to closed. You can always open it, which means enable it, and you can also configure where you want to see it. So if you look at this carefully, as I move my finger across the different options, you will see a purplish box moving on top of the status bar. So that is the invisible key. However, I was not able to get it to work. And if you do get it to work, do let me know via comments below that how you figured it out. Then you have shake the phone. So tap on it, you can configure the sensitivity. Let's set it as low. Click on open to make sure it is enabled. Enable the vibration alert as well, and then you can choose what function you want to take when you shake your device. I have set it as screenshot, easiest to show on video. There it is. It just took a screenshot and there was a small vibration as well. You can also try changing this to say the torch. So start the flashlight. Here it is. So there it is, peeps. Those are the customizations which MandFX Rom adds on top of MIUI 12. Other than that, you do have all features of MIUI 12 baked into this build. So you do have dark mode 2.0. If you go into settings, display, and dark mode, works absolutely fine. Then you also have the other additional features which they have added in special features like video toolbox, floating windows, light mode. So all the other features of MIUI 12 are also present. And there it is, peeps. Those are the features which MandFX ROM adds on top of MIUI 12. And that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.